is a situation in Aurora involving Venezuelan migrants that's been brewing for months. With every verifiable fact, there has been some misinformation and rumors. Well, tonight, we have new information on what we've learned is happening inside an apartment complex. This video has been making the rounds online since yesterday. Shows armed men walking through a building, knocking on doors, and entering an apartment. A former resident and city council member tells us these men are part of a dangerous Venezuelan gang, and their numbers have been growing steadily because of the crisis at the border. The apartment complex is at 12th and Dallas and Aurora. That's east of the border with Denver, and just a mile or so from the popular Stanley Marketplace. Tori Mason is your reporter in Aurora. Tori joins us now. You talked with a woman who lived there, watched all of this unfold, and she certainly said this was terrifying for her.
Yes, Karen, and even though she's moved, she's still terrified. It takes bravery to speak out on something like this, but she says it's worth it if it means action will be taken. There have been rumblings of new gang activity in Aurora all summer. Officials have skated around the topic, but now there's video and victims they can't deny.
It's really like being held hostage.
Cindy was a prisoner in her own home. She's lived in this building at 12th and Dallas for years. This summer, when crime got worse, Cindy got cameras. Doorbell video shows a group of armed men forcing their way into her neighbor's home. Another night, her camera outside captured two men approaching a vehicle, guns drawn. She's called 911 so often, they know her by name.
He said, ever considered leaving? If I could afford to leave, I wouldn't be there.
She says neighbors fall asleep to gunfire. Her car still damaged from an overnight shootout.
This is a bullet hole.
It was one of the few times Aurora police responded.
They will call me and say, I'm sorry, but we're not coming. We're not coming until it's a bad enough crime.
This week, her pleas for help were finally answered. Not by the city, but by Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky.
I think that politics is being played here with people's lives.
While APD and the city denied gang activity, Jurinsky moved Cindy out of that apartment herself. For weeks, officers have told her their hands were tied.
What I am told is that police leadership put it out that no less than like 3 or 4 officers could respond to one of these complexes.
Wednesday, Aurora police said they're aware that components of TDA are operating in Aurora. In a statement, APD says it would be improper at this time for the city and APD to make any conclusory statements about specific incidents or provide details about law enforcement strategy and operations. Based on our initial investigative work, we believe reports of TDA influence in Aurora are isolated.
I now have other property owners, other apartment complexes calling and telling me the same kinds of things.
Food is the biggest commodity over there.
Cindy says she survived the ordeal by staying quiet, giving them food and bed bug spray. Every night, praying she'd hear sirens.
They left us there to die.
In her new home, far away, the peace she feels is fleeting. Because for so many others, she says there is no escape, no solution, and no sign that help will ever come.
My family lives in Aurora. My daughters live there. I talked them into moving to Aurora. If someone doesn't do something now, their apartments are next.
Now, Cindy says there needs to be more action and more help for people in her situation. Like she told me earlier, there's no program that says, hey, you've been run out by a gang. Let's step in and help you with the deposit. She's lucky to get the help that she did, Karen.
That's terrible. Just so terrible. Tori, what's next? What are the next steps?
Well, the city and the Aurora Police Department established a special task force to address concerns about any Venezuelan gang activity.
All right, more to come on this for sure. Tori, thank you.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect preaching this word in truth and sincerity. And to you, Ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Right, I think a lot of brothers have made videos on this this clip here. I think that was the first time I saw this particular clip, which goes into a resident that lives there and what they're going through. Right, a lot of things that stuck out to me in this video. I mean, a lot of things stuck out. Right, but the governor was like, you know, this is a political thing. Like, It's a political move they're doing on us, right? Which makes sense, right? I don't know how much does she understand, but when we look at the grand scheme of things, there are particular states in the U.S. that are not being, let's just say, friendly with, the government and the powers that be right now, which will be like the Biden administration, right? We got states like Texas, I believe it's Florida. I'm not sure how many other states, man. No, I don't want to quote the wrong states, but it's mostly like right wing red states. They have the biggest issues with the government, right? We have a lot of rise in right wing, what they call right wing extremists, people who are super right, which means Republican, that are taking up on the streets and getting ready to go to war, right? And then we have the situation here in Texas, right, where the migrants are being allowed to do basically what they want, and straight lawlessness in Texas, because the same thing happened. I'm in Massachusetts, so the same thing happened in Massachusetts, right? Because this is considered a blue state, a Democratic state. In Florida, the red state, the Republican state, had a migrant issue, and what the governor did there was grab all of those and send them to a blue state, which is Massachusetts. And not only did they send them here, they sent them to a really rich location, like a like a um like a really expensive suburb in the ocean, right, with an ocean view. And they was not happy about that, and it wasn't even in the news. People are not. I'm in Mass, and people don't talk about it like that, right? But it's there, right? There's a video that came out also of them taking out buildings, just like New York, they take over them, but nothing like we saw in Texas with this video with guns and things of that nature, which goes to show that these people are strategically put in these states to destabilize, right? This is something which the U.S. is known to do overseas to other countries, where they use the people, right? In the case of Muammar Gaddafi and Iranian president, Iraq, right? Damn, I forgot his name, man. It's been so long. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the Iraq's name back in, the early 2000s where Bush came out. Man, that's sad. I can't believe I forgot. But anyways, as you saw in the video, man, it's a lot of things going on there, right? And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for Esau because, their kingdom is being turned upside down and shown its weaknesses. On top of that, their paradise and their comfort levels are diminishing, man. Right? They're getting brought low to the ground. They have became last one of us. You know what that reminds me of? Let's go to Isaiah 14. I love Isaiah 14. If you haven't noticed before, but Isaiah 14. Give me 1 second, Salakia. There's a bunch in here. Verse 11. Isaiah 14, verse 11 says, The pomp Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Right? This is talking about the king of Babylon. Right? But it also goes to his children too, man. This pomp, right? This mentality of hierarchy has gone down, man. And they're feeling it right now, right? This is not only for the king of Babylon, because when you read verse 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with the cities, right? So the Lord feels some type of way about these people, man, and they're feeling it, right? Through the strength and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? This guy's charm has gone away, man. No more is he called, a virgin, right? Because, I mean, it's still a virgin, but it won't be once those missiles penetrate, right? This is the beginning stages of that. The virgin daughter of Babylon. Her skirt's slowly rising, man. You can see her legs, right? We could tell we at the end, man, where Matthew's 24 and 6, rumors of wars, man. There shall be rumors of wars and earthquakes and pestilences, man. There's been nothing but earthquakes left and right, man. And this is a huge sign, man. When enemies start to show up on the borders of Babylon, it's another tall tale, man, to say that we are on the way out, man. Lo will we are found in that number. All right, so now we're going to go to Sirach chapter 39. Let's see, Sirach 39 and 28. Says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, right? These spirits who are these Venezuelan migrants who cross the border, right? All of this is of the Lord, man, right? Everything that goes on in the city shall a trumpet be blown in the city, right? Paraphrasing. And the Lord has not sounded as the evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it. You see, a lot of the times where I feel like these migrants that are coming in bulks and hundreds of thousands, I mean, I believe some of those are of the elect, and some of those are made to be here for the second death, man. So this is all part of prophecy. It says, there be spirits that created for vengeance, which is in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right? All this crime and negativity going on, right? Which will be revved up in Jacob's trouble, right? This is just nothing but a glimpse, is all of the Lord, right? Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, right? We're seeing that right now with, Italy, and the volcano that's about to utterly destroy Rome. Right, which that volcano could have been natural, or it could have been manipulated by energy weapons created by man, right? Inspired by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because he's in control of all. It says, verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction, right? We noticed that there's been a lot of whales sinking boats. This is not a natural behavior, but it's a behavior that's being taught amongst the whales right now. Man, it's a scary thing to fall in the hands of the Lord. Verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. And when need is, and when there's time is come, they shall not transgress his word, right? Because the Lord gave this word for this destruction, right? And they're going to be happy to accomplish the word that was given, man. I'm not going to go too deep into this, man. Trying to keep it simple for brothers to understand. Right? It's pretty self-evident of these prophecies being manifest in the last days. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? This goes not only for the immigrants taking over places, but also the right-wing extremists that are slowly but surely stirring the pot and getting ready to make a move. Right, on the powers that be. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, the lady said that food was a great commodity to these people. Right. I mean, hey, man, if you're not getting it now, then you're not made to get it. Right? I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the for leg preaching this word and truth and sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom, Abba, and Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.